Ancient Persia was a realm of epic heroes, forgotten gods, and creatures of breathtaking beauty and unspeakable terror. These myths, rooted in the ancient religion of Zoroastrianism, tell of a timeless struggle between good and evil, a cosmic war between the creator god Ahura Mazda and the destructive spirit Ahriman. This conflict wasn't just fought by gods, it was embodied by a menagerie of wild creatures. Some were divine protectors, others were agents of pure chaos. Today, we're exploring the most shocking of these beings, the benevolent guardian, the Simurgh. To really understand the darkness, you've got to start with the light. And in Persian mythology, there is no greater beacon of good than the Simurgh. Now, this is not your average bird. The Simurgh is a magnificent, gigantic winged creature. So legendarily huge, it was said it could carry off an elephant or a whale. Its form is this breathtaking mix, often shown with the body of a peacock, claws of a lion, the head of a dog, bringing together the heavens and the earth in one body. The myths say the Simurgh is so ancient, it has already seen the world be destroyed 3 times over, giving it immense wisdom and knowledge of all ages. The Simurgh builds its nest in the branches of the Gaukarena, the mythical tree of life, which sits in the middle of the world sea. This tree holds the seeds of every plant in the world, and it's said that when the Simurgh takes flight, its massive wings scatter these seeds across the land, bringing life and healing wherever they fall. Its very presence is an act of purification, a symbol of fertility and divine goodness. But for every force of creation and wisdom, there's an equal and opposite force of destruction and deceit. In the dark corners of Persian myth, no shadow is longer or more terrifying than the one cast by the Serpent King. The Serpent King, Azi Dahaka, and the Tyrant Zahhak. The ultimate embodiment of evil in Persian mythology is a creature known as Azi Dahaka. The name comes from the ancient Avestan language and literally means fiendish snake. In the oldest Zoroastrian texts, Azi Dahaka isn't a man at all, but a primeval monster, a demonic dragon with 3 heads, 6 eyes, and 3 mouths, spewing venom and destruction. It's a creature of pure chaos, spawned by the evil spirit Angramanyu for the sole purpose of plaguing the world. This monster represented everything people feared: drought, disease, and the untamed destructive forces of nature. But the story gets even more shocking in the Shahnameh, where this primordial horror is woven into the tale of a human king named Zahhak. In a chilling tale of corruption, the evil spirit Ahriman tricked the ambitious prince Zahhak. After a cursed kiss, 2 monstrous black serpents grew from the king's shoulders. Horrified, Zahhak discovered the snakes could not be removed. Worse, their hunger could only be soothed by a daily meal of fresh human brains. This began a 1,000-year reign of terror, where 2 of the kingdom's youth were slaughtered every day to feed the monster king. A horrifying symbol of how ambition can turn a man into a tyrant who feeds on his own people. The armies of darkness, the Divs. So you've got the big bad, but what about his army? While Zahhak was the tyrannical face of evil, Persian mythology also gave him legions of monstrous foot soldiers, the Divs. These aren't your garden variety goblins or imps. Divs are huge, giant-like demons, often drawn with terrifying horns and sharp tusks. They are the brutal enforcers of Ahriman's will, embodying cruelty, brute force, and wicked sorcery. The Divs are often shown as cannibals who love the taste of human flesh. But their power wasn't just physical. Many were masters of sorcery, able to create illusions, cause nightmares, and twist reality to trap and destroy their enemies. They represent a very real, ever-present threat. The chaotic and violent forces that were always trying to tear down the order and civilization Persia's heroes fought so hard to protect. the nightmare hybrid, the Manticore. Of all the monstrous hybrids that have stalked our nightmares, few are as uniquely terrifying as the Manticore. The name itself comes from an old Persian phrase, Martia Kfara, which means man-eater. A name it definitely earns. Greek writers, hearing the tales from Persian travelers, described this creature with a mix of fascination and absolute horror. The Manticore was said to have the body of a ferocious red lion, the face of a human man, and a voice that sounded like a trumpet. But its most horrific feature was its tail. Instead of a lion's tuft, the Manticore had the tail of a giant scorpion, armed with a cluster of venomous spines. Later legends got even wilder, claiming it could shoot these spines like arrows to paralyze its prey from a distance. This combination of raw strength, an unsettling human-like intelligence, and a deadly ranged attack made it one of the most feared predators in mythology. According to the legends, the Manticore had a special appetite for humans. It was said to be so voracious that it would devour its victims completely, leaving nothing behind. Not a bone, not a shred of clothing, not a single sign they ever existed. This grisly detail made it a symbol of primal fear and the terrifying dangers that lurked in the world's unknown and desolate corners. Unlike demons fighting a cosmic war, the Manticore was something far more visceral, a perfect predator, a nightmarish fusion of animal and human that hunted not for power, but simply because it was hungry. The ambiguous beings, the Peri. Not everything in Persian myth is so black and white. While the battle lines between good and evil are often drawn pretty clearly, some of the most interesting beings exist in that gray area in between. Among these are the Peris, often described as incredibly beautiful, winged, fairy-like beings. In many stories, they are kind spirits who help heroes on their quests. However, they were also famously mischievous tricksters who might lead travelers astray or play pranks that could turn deadly. In some of the even older myths, they were seen as fallen spirits, beautiful but resentful, who were being punished for some past sin and took their frustrations out on mortals. You never quite knew what you were going to get with the Peri, which made them a perfect symbol of the whimsical and unpredictable nature of the supernatural world. The very name Peri comes from the Avestan Parikau. In ancient myth, Peris were originally seen as benevolent spirits of fertility and love. With the rise of Zoroastrianism, they were reimagined as deceptive and dangerous beings aligned with evil. Centuries later, Peris regained a positive role, becoming graceful and often helpful figures in Persian folklore and literature, embodying beauty, wonder, and the complexity of good and evil in Iranian tradition. From the divine Simurgh to the tyrannical Zahhak, and from the demonic divs to the predatory Manticore, Persian creatures are more than just monster stories. They are powerful symbols of the eternal battle between order and chaos, light and darkness. They show us a world where incredible good and terrible evil live side by side, and it is that timeless struggle that continues to fascinate us today. So, which of these ancient Persian creatures do you find the most terrifying, and which one would you want as your guardian? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the forgotten corners of mythology, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into the past. Thanks for watching.